Hi there. Going back to our earlier discussion yesterday of good days or the day before, good days and bad days, and what makes a day one or the other. Um, Under normal circumstances, I would have described today as a bad day. Uh, I woke up early, uh, went ahead and found myself struggling to stay awake. Finally, got through my meds, got through my breakfast. Again, the mantra here is really very simple. It's eat more than you want to eat, drink more than you want to drink, and walk more than you think you're capable of walking. And you've got a pretty good shot from there. Uh, and I didn't have the strength to do a lot of either or any of those three things. So I wound up going back to sleep until noon, which is really rough on Lesley. Really rough on my wife when you think about it. Again, no one person gets diagnosed with cancer. It affects everybody in the family. And in this case, Lesley wakes up at dark 30 in order to be here when the doctor comes, so that when he goes through his rounds, you can figure out, where you are, where you're going, and what that all means. So means the time that I'm asleep, she's, fiddling around here doing whatever she can figure out to do. The good news about today is that Ryan was out in this area, and after his ride at the Duarte bike path, which is actually within sight of the hospital, and is a perfect place to ride because there are no cars there. He went back here to the hospital, hooked up with Lesley, wound up with the keys to the hotel, went back to the hotel, took a shower, um, went out to a restaurant that he knows of out here through the bike riding. And I apologize for scratching. If I could stop, I would. Picked up a couple of sandwiches for them to eat, and then they had lunch together, which was great. And we also had some friends out this way donating blood and platelets this morning, or this afternoon rather. So Lesley got to see them for at least a couple of minutes, and sort of alleviated the boredom somewhat, and caught up on what's going on at home, and more than anything else, just like got to sit and hold hands with people that we care about deeply. Brian came back here. We went for a mile walk up and down, the corridors, got my island, and you're probably saying to yourself, Jesus, Mitchell, that sounds boring as hell. I mean, it's good. It's good that you were distracted. It's good that you were diverted. But my God, how could you get so excited about that? I said, well, if there's nothing else you can do, and there's nothing else you can see, there's nothing else that you can touch, there's nothing else you can feel, all of that is really important stuff to keep you centered and online. So it's really a big deal. Even more than that, and that was delicious, believe me. I was just awakened a little while ago for my night meds, and the young lady that was here really proved to be the source of a really nice, long conversation about who she is and why she does what she does. And that was really an amazing opportunity to have someone open up their psyche, their inner self to you, so you can have a better understanding of why they do what they do, why they're here, and how important that is to you. And finally, this is going to be a short post because I'm really tired. I'm still trying to figure all of this technical stuff out. I know I'm doing it wrong, even though somehow the digits get to where they're supposed to go. In the process, I've got 800 unread emails, and that's a lot of unread emails. I mean, for anybody, that's a lot of unread emails. For me, it's inconceivable. Do you really know what that word means? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. In any case, I was looking at Facebook Live, and I wanted to see if that would be a venue to help facilitate getting these posts out. Diminish the amount of time, shorten the process some way. And the first email that came up was from a dear friend of ours, one of the first people I met within Lesley's orbit, who we've known since 1967 or 68, I can't remember anymore. At the time, he was one of the youngest performing members at the Magic Castle. If you don't know about the Magic Castle, well, you probably do know about the Magic Castle because it's been on TV many times, and even the basis of a couple of television sitcoms or mysteries or whatever. Who had written a really eloquent, beautiful post about where he is in his treatment for his hairy cell leukemia. Don't laugh, ain't funny. But as he described the fact that while cancer will not kill him, that he'll be one of those people who lives with cancer, he also made it a point to share the fact that he isn't going to be one of those people that cancer manages to kill. So, but in the end, it turns out that Paul has accepted the responsibility to chair the Magic Castle's blood raising donation program. And in order to make his argument, in order to make his case, he really so artfully, eloquently made his plea that I didn't know who he was talking about, and he was talking about me. So, to Paul Green, probably one of the finest close-up magicians I've ever been privileged to come in contact with. He's probably taught more magicians how to be world-class magicians than anybody else on this part of the planet, who's been my friend for forever. Thank you very much. I salute you in your efforts to successfully, reach your goals, because I'm selfish as hell, as you already know, and I just want to beseech all of you, beg all of you, cajole all of you to make a donation. It's critically important. Nothing less than someone else's life depends on it. Just because you don't know the person is no reason not to give blood. Giving is always far more gratifying than receiving. And that's all I got tonight. So here's to tomorrow and a better day. All right? Love you all very much. Bye-bye.